So the MSC for me app doesn't work on this ship, so you have to kind of do it a little bit old school in that you got to bring the program. Oh, I don't have the program, dang it.
If you haven't seen part 1 of this series, it's all about me getting to the cruise port and getting on board, but now that I was on board, I decided to go down and grab a drink. But one thing with MSC is that you have to actually activate your cruise card when you get on board. Your credit card and everything isn't really attached to it in advance, so they have these cruise card activation points all around the ship, and so I went and found one and activated my card. And then from there I went up to the buffet to get some food, and I made sure to sit right across from the bar so I'd have access to as many drinks as I wanted. And then after I was done eating, I met up with Kurt and Marcia, and they invited me to sit in on their live stream. I will link that in the card above or the description below if you want to go see it. That's my first time ever being live, so I was a little bit nervous, but I think it turned out okay, and it was a nice way to kind of start off our cruise together. But then from there, we were told to go back to our cabins for the emergency drill, and we got the process started for that.
All right, y'all, so we're doing muster drill right now. So they're still doing it kind of the traditional way with a little bit of a modern twist. So it's basically the same thing as every other MSC cruise I've ever been on. We have to watch a video on the TV, which I already did, and then you call in to a number, and you get like a little beep signal that says that you confirmed. And then right now, they're going to call us to our muster drills. So muster stations, words. Yeah, so that's what we're up to. I'm assuming they'll be calling us to muster stations in the next 5-10 minutes once everybody's confirmed with their room phone and all that. So yeah, we'll talk soon.
And so after everybody's check-in had been confirmed, they had us go down to our muster stations, and of course the elevators are out of service when you're doing this drill because in a real-life emergency situation you wouldn't use the elevators. And so from my room on deck 12, I had to go all the way down to, I believe, deck 6, and my meeting location was one of the lounges, but then from there they had us exit out through a side door and go down the boat deck so we could see where to access all of the lifeboats, and then I made my way back to my room.
All right, friends, the muster drill is over, so now I am going to put on some pants and get ready to head up to the pool deck for the sail away party, and then after that will be dinner. So I'm gonna go straight from there to dinner. So yeah, that's why I'm putting pants on. Anyway, it should be fun. We're gonna say goodbye to Port Canaveral and then start our journey into the unknown, or we know where we're going, but you never know. Anyway, we'll talk soon.
So I went up to the pool deck where the DJ was playing music and the sail away party was getting ready to start. It was pretty high energy, definitely higher than both of my times on the Meraviglia, but that just could be because COVID protocols on this sailing were quite a bit more relaxed than they were when I was on my last MSC cruise. I also got to meet the MSC logo mascot, which was part of the Do Re Mi Kids Club portion of the sail away party, where they sort of introduced all of the entertainment staff for that, and then of course the adult entertainment staff as well. And while I was up there, I explored and checked out the main pool deck because while I'd been up there already for a drink earlier in the day, I hadn't actually gotten to see a whole lot of what it had to offer. And before we knew it, the ship was moving and we were pulling out of Port Canaveral, which is always a cool part of the day one experience. And in Port Canaveral, people actually wave the ship off as you're pulling out, which gives me kind of major Titanic vibes when Jack, Fabrizio, and everybody were waving to strangers as they were leaving Southampton. But yeah, I didn't get to experience the full sail away party, but Kurt and Marcia did come up and join me, and then we hung out as long as we could until it was time to go down to dinner. Dinner, as usual, was delicious. We weren't originally assigned the same table, but the restaurant manager was able to move us so that we could all sit together. And then after dinner, we decided to try our luck in the casino, and we sat at the roulette table for a little bit. They had an electronic one, which is what I prefer, but at one point, Marcia moved over to the actual roulette table where they, play the chips and all that. And hanging out with them in the casino was, of course, really fun, really good vibes.
Well, hi there, friends. So, oh, sorry. I took the stairs again, y'all. I'm trying to take the stairs as much as possible so that I don't get too fluffy. But anyway, one thing I wanted to point out before I give you my sort of spiel here. So this is one of the rooms where you have to put the card in the little key thing, right? But it's the older version of that where you can put any card in there. And she gave me this cool little like business type card, right? And that's what I'm using for the lights. So, yay. Anyway, I came back, a couple things. So I went to the casino. Deep breaths. I went to the casino and I'm up $30. Okay, so, well, $32 actually. I started with 20. I now have 52.10. So, that's awesome. The other thing is I'm gonna go to the LGBTQ event right now. See what that's like. See what's up with that. They have LGBTQ meetups, singles meetups, solo cruiser meetups, those kinds of things. And it's, it's fun. I've met some pretty cool people at those things. Just looking for friends or whatever. Like, it's not anything serious, but we'll see how that goes. And then right after that is karaoke, so I'm gonna go do that. But I have a little bit of time to kill, so I came back to the room because I'm gonna use the restroom and kind of clear out my pockets and stuff. Then I'll go have a drink before heading to the gay thing. So it'll be good. But I just wanted to update you all. No tail animal tonight, but she did do the turn down service and stuff. My bed is ready for me to sleep in it. Calling my name a little bit, not gonna lie. But I have at least another couple hours to go do things before I can go to bed. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see what we see, do what we do. And I'll take you with me. We'll talk soon. Okay, so I'm on my way to get a drink, and that'll be great. But, so I wanted to... There's a couple things. Number one, I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but my sister Maggie was supposed to be on this cruise with me, and that ended up not working out. Maybe I did mention this already. But, yeah, so there's that. So I'm solo this time. But that'll be fine. And then, the other thing is, so the MSC For Me app doesn't work on this ship, so you have to kind of do it a little bit old school in that you got to bring the program. Oh, I don't have the program. Dang it. Good thing I was updating you all, huh? But anyway, yeah, so we have to have the actual physical program with us to know what's going on around the ship. And that's fine. But it's not the best format these days. But we're making do. This ship is beautiful, honestly. So far so good. But I wanted to fill you in on that. Let me get this program real quick. And then I'll see you in the next clip. We'll talk soon. I was standing on the noise of the world outside. You were searching for a place to hide, lost and lonely. Now you've given me the will to survive. With her hand, love will keep us alive. Sweet home Alabama,
So Kurt and Marcia stayed in the casino a little bit longer, and I went and did my own thing, but then we decided to meet back up in the Black and White Lounge because that's where they were having karaoke. They still had a band playing up on stage, so I first went to the bar to grab an old-fashioned, and then I went and put myself on the list to sing.
It's my life, it's better to chance. I could have missed the pain, but I don't have to miss love again.
After karaoke, we saw on the schedule that there was a late night event happening in the Galaxy nightclub, so we went up there and they had the music bumping and the Night Owls were out in full force. So we danced a little bit and then we sat down at the bar and grabbed a drink and just kind of like talked like old friends. Alright, so I was up in the nightclub and I went down to use the restroom and stuff because there's no
restroom in the nightclub, because that makes sense. But anyway, these elevators only go up to 14. So here's what I think. This elevator bay behind me, you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 elevators, right? These middle two, which you can see are kind of like sunken in a little bit, those two go up to the higher decks, I guess, but not the one I was on. Anyway, so the stairs it is. Anyway, that's where we're at. We'll talk soon. All right, so I was right. In order to get up to the 16th floor, you have to go in the middle elevators, which is actually, you can't really tell, these are the elevators that open the pool deck. And then you literally enter, you can hear, into the nightclub. We'll talk soon.
After getting back into the nightclub, Marsha and I decided to hit the dance floor again, and we just kind of danced and danced and danced. And then we had a couple of rounds of shots, and they left, and I continued to just kind of hang out there until the bartender and everybody was like, all right, guys, time to go. So I went back down to my room and got ready for bed.
Well, hi, friends. I don't know if this video is going to be usable at all, but it's been a good day. Having a drink package definitely helps or hinders, depending on your perspective. Oh boy. But yeah, it's about 3 a.m. This is the latest I've stayed up in a really long time. But I do want to thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all those fun things. We'll talk soon, and y'all have a good night.